Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Simon Cromer, and today guys, this is day number 3 in Hollandale Beach, Fort Lauderdale area, right? That's what we're servicing. So guys, what has been going on over the last couple days? So I had my first video out. You can now see that it is in a playlist. So all these episodes will be in a playlist that you can watch as I do this series of 0 to a million. So if you don't know what that is, again guys, starting the company from nothing, 0 customers to $1 million in value. So we're gonna do this no matter how long it takes. It's gonna happen, and this is part number 2. So basically what's been going on is yesterday we looked at our first boat, day number 2 here. Finally got a client, and we looked and gave a quote for a boat wash on a 32 Intrepid. Now at the end of the day, turned out our services were not right for the client, so we did not get that job. But today we had 2 more boats, and we looked at a 22 Cobia and we looked at a 42 Regal Fly. So we do have booked jobs there. So moving forward, super exciting. We're gonna start accepting some work now. The plan for tomorrow, which would be, because today's day number 3, so the plan for tomorrow, day number 4, is to do house-to-house marketing. So direct sales basically. We're gonna be going house-to-house with flyers. Now I haven't decided my strategy yet, whether I'm going to go with the free boat wash plan or if I'm just gonna go and just try to sign people up for schedules. So that, I'm still not sure exactly what I want to do. So we're gonna think about that, and then I will discuss that in the next video. So super excited. This is the perfect time to get out there and to get talking to different people. It's gonna be amazing, and I'm super excited. So yesterday we spent hours, and I mean hours, marketing in Facebook, Facebook groups, a little bit on Instagram, a little bit on TikTok, a little bit on Nextdoor, and yeah, so that's how we were able to generate 3 clients, which all reached out yesterday. So we generated 3 clients in one day, just going through Facebook, going through Marketplace, going through groups, and basically posting in groups and trying to find work. So and it was really fortunate, super lucky that I was attracting not everybody, but at least one of the clients. I was actually attracting the right audience I was hoping for, trying to get people to click on my website because they need to see my website before they follow up and want to get a quote, because as you guys know, high-end detailing, luxury detailing, so it's not right for everybody. So you gotta weed out the people that maybe it's not right for, because for example, some people just want to they just want their boat washed. Simple. They don't want to do it, they don't have the time to do it, so they just want their boat washed, but they're not really concerned, I guess, necessarily with it being perfect. So those aren't my type of clients. There are people out there and there are companies out there that service those clients, so that is the clients for them, and that's great for them. It's just not my niche. So other than that, guys, a couple things I wanted to mention. So you also have Craigslist. You have Craigslist. You can market services on Craigslist. Now that's not right for me and my niche, just because nobody's going on Craigslist to find high-end detailing. They're going on Craigslist to find the best deal. So not marketing on Craigslist. Gonna stick to Facebook. Gonna stick to directing everything to my website. So I had a meeting with my SEO manager with my website. Had a meeting with her yesterday, and we're gonna get on track, and we're gonna start targeting keywords and making sure that's set up in each part of my website. So I have to do a little bit of work on my end. They're doing their work on their end, and here in a couple months we should start seeing some results. So really important to drive traffic to my website. I believe I have a good website. Obviously it could be better, and I'm working on that now, but yeah, that's so important to get people to my website. So website's huge for me, for my niche, for high-end detailing. So website, Facebook, and Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube, TikTok a little bit, Instagram a little bit, and then house to house sales in certain specific communities is crucial as well. So that's what's going to work for us. That's what's going to work for our business. And yeah, honestly, I can't wait for tomorrow. House to house, we're probably going to do this for 2 days. So I want to get this done before Thanksgiving, because I kind of want to leave next week open for people and for families to just kind of enjoy the week of the holiday. So I'm going to get out there tomorrow, which will be Thursday and Friday, and really get pushing on the flyers and booking some actual clients in specific locations I'm looking for. So really excited there. But guys, other than that though, that's kind of what's been going on. Yeah, just getting used to this kind of environment down here is very, that's funny because people told me it was like slower paced, in terms of, I don't know, I guess in terms of the people working, but it's very fast paced for me, just the environment and the driving and having everything at my disposal and having everything, I don't know, there's just so much access to so much stuff, and there's so much traffic and all this stuff, which is fine. I'm very patient, but it's a different lifestyle change, and I'm struggling to even find time to eat, honestly. I pretty much skip lunch both days just because I've been out giving quotes, driving here, driving there, and I'm just like, whatever, I don't even feel like cooking. So we're gonna try to, I guess, make sure that we're doing that, but yeah, just kind of trying to get used to this lifestyle. So very excited though. I really like Florida a lot, super excited, and I really like it down here so far. Now obviously I have been here in the summer. It's extraordinarily hot, but the winter here is absolutely beautiful. Love it. It's perfect weather. So very excited. I can kind of see the opportunity here. It's just off the scale. I didn't really know, being back in Ohio versus being down here, really, if I was gonna notice a big difference in terms of opportunity, in terms of work. There's definitely there's a lot more uneducated, I feel like, back home in Ohio. It's kind of a close-knit, more tighter community of boaters, and they just kind of understand and know more things. Everybody knows all the companies up there. Everybody knows everybody. So it's much more spread out here. Obviously you have from Vero Beach down to Miami, through all the way through the Keys, of just boats. I mean, boats everywhere up and down the coast. That's like 2-3 hours worth of boats. So it's much more spread out. I feel like communities they're more close knitted in each city. So like the city of Hollandale, the city of Boca, it's more of what I noticed on Facebook, it's more of a location based tightness between people. And yeah, there's just a lot more educating to do down here. I met with, just the first 3 quotes I've given, much more diverse in terms of ethnicity, at least a lot more people who, I don't know how to say it, so a lot more people, they don't understand necessarily how boat detailing works. So, it was a lot different up north, and I feel like I attracted a lot of the right clients, and a lot of the clients found me first, kind of started learning from me, and then they knew what I was about, what we did, and then they kind of went with me. Whereas now I'm just kind of, people see me and they're like, oh, free quote, all right. And I don't feel like everybody knows that I have a business, because I posted in some groups just saying that I'm a detailer, but I don't think they realized that I was actually a detailer, like a business owner detailer, not like a detailer for just working for another company. This is my thing. This is what I've learned. This is what I do. I started from, scratch, and I've learned all the way up to here. So just a lot more explaining to do to the clients, and, also trying to tailor it to what they want. And yeah, just making it work. So very excited, very different. But I see massive opportunity, and I see so much potential. if you're willing to put in the work, and if you're willing to get out there, market like crazy, do great work, grow a team, grow a crew, I think you can be super successful down here. You just got to find your niche. So I've been told all sorts of stuff. Don't go here, don't go there, do this, do that. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to make it happen. So guys, that's a little bit about how it's been going. Next up, I want to talk about the next part of our marketing. So if you watched the first part, I had that session at the end of the video where we just talked straight up marketing for like 10 or 20 minutes. So we're going on to part 2 now. Now, all this stuff that I'm learning in terms of marketing, I've taken away from books such as Russell Brunson and his whole marketing secrets, expertsecrets.com secrets book series. And then also I've taken away things from, I believe it is How to Close the Sale, which is another book. And then there's one more that I had. Hang on, let me get those books real quick. Yeah, so we did .com secrets in the first episode. Today we're going over expert secrets. Then we'll be going over marketing secrets. Then we have secrets to closing the sale. We have never split the difference. So just taking these strategies and these concepts from these books and sharing them with you guys. They are such amazing concepts. And if you want to sell, you want to get more business, these are a absolute essential must read for a business owner. Seriously, it's life-changing stuff. So business-changing stuff. So we're going to go over this part today. And then, yeah, we're going to see where this takes us. And then we'll talk about, in the next video, just kind of how our marketing went in terms of direct selling to clients with flyers. And then I know I need to it almost would be nice to hire somebody to film me all day long, but once we can do that, maybe that'll be something we do. If you've enjoyed the video up to this point and you want to stay for the marketing tips, and if you have a business, any small business, stick around for this last part, and we're going to talk about some more strategies. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 3 markets. So you have wealth, you have relationships, and you have health. So within these 3 main categories, there are a ton of subcategories. So example, boats would be a category. Then within the boating industry, boat detailing is a separate category, because obviously you have bottom painting, fiberglass repair, yacht management, boat washing, captaining. You have all kinds of services. So there you go, boats, boat detailing, and then my sub niche from that is high-end boat detailing. So and that's in even another subcategory. So you want to carve out your niche. You don't want to be like everybody else. You have to find your own niche. You do. You cannot be like everybody else. And I know that us personally, we don't do anything. We're not like anybody. I know every product we use for every single part of the boat, whether it's plastics, bright work, anything, we have the best products for each of those categories. So that's what separates us, and that's what makes us a niche. And then obviously we have serving the 1%, which makes us our own, that gives us more character to our business, and that makes us and separates us apart from others. So the next part then would be, let's go ahead and let's talk about, so we can go ahead and talk about, it's called the prolific index. So you have crazy, you have mainstream, and then you have crazy. So this is interesting. So boat detailing, for example, you could consider mainstream, because if you have a boat, people, there's nothing crazy about detailing your boat. Now honestly, my sub niche, it might be a little bit towards the crazy end. I feel like the average person is not gonna think of a boat detailing and think of spending a ton of money for a ceramic coating. They probably find that a little crazy because they don't understand. So so ours would be mainstream. It probably would be prolific, because we have our, we're not exactly mainstream, but we're not like psychopath. I'm not detailing in a psychopathic way. So I would say prolific would be good. Let me try to think of a crazy niche. I don't know. I mean, I guess technically maybe like extreme religion could be something like that, or hypnosis could be something on the far end. Like I said, extreme religion could be, crazy to people. Experiencing things that other people haven't experienced. Drugs could be a good example of some of these crazy things. So yeah, so you don't want to be boring. You don't want to be perfectly mainstream. I feel like you want to be a little bit in the middle. So that's what we try to do. I guess unintentionally, but that's where you're gonna capitalize on your money. Because then again, if you're a psychopath, you're not gonna get enough business. People are gonna think you're crazy, and you're gonna have some super fans, but it's gonna be very limited. Whereas if you're super mainstream, you're not standing out to anybody, so you're just kind of lost in the big grand scheme of things. So try to be right in the middle. And then yeah, I can even show you the graph, I guess. So there's the graph: mainstream, prolific, crazy. So there's that part. Another concept that I did want to touch on, which it might actually be in this book, but I'm not sure, but it just came to mind. And that would be, people make decisions because they're either moving away from fear or they're moving towards pleasure. So everybody does this in their life, guys. They're either moving away from fear or they're moving to pleasure. So for example, people who are addicted to food, moving towards pleasure. People who are anorexic, they are moving away from fear. They have a fear of being fat, so they don't eat, so they're moving away from fear. So everybody makes decisions based on fear or pleasure. So you get your boat detailed. If I tell you that, your boat will not be able to be restored if you wait another year without getting detailed, or if your boat's in bad condition, the reason you're getting my services is because you fear either the price to get it detailed is going to go way up because it's in such bad condition, or you fear that it's never going to come back. Or you're on the other end where you want your boat to look amazing, so you pay to have it detailed. So everyone's always moving towards pleasure or away from pain. So notice that and use that to your advantage when you're marketing. Another good tip is you want to be a good listener, guys. You don't want to sit there and talk your client's ear off. You need to listen to what they have, listen to their fears, listen to what they want, listen to their expectations. Then you need to respond accordingly. Don't ever just assume somebody wants something. Don't ever assume, really anything. Ask questions to spark them to come out with their fears or what they're looking for, their expectations. You always want to ask questions of that sort. Make sure that they fully understand, the services that you're offering them. It's just really important to be a good listener. For example, today, the guy liked to talk, so you're gonna have people who like to talk a lot. You're gonna have people who don't. The people that like to talk, I just let them talk. I listen, and I agree with them. But still, at the end of the day, I do ask a couple questions, and they have to be well thought out questions so that I can understand exactly how they feel, because they're just going to keep talking and telling me a bunch of stuff. So then the quiet people, you have to, I guess, get a little more out of them and spark more open-ended questions to get them to talk, because, they're kind of analyzing you a little more, whereas the people who talk a lot are kind of analyzing you a little less. And it's not a good or bad thing. It's just some people are introverted, some people are extroverted, but it's very important to listen to each one of them and to, basically let them tell you exactly the service they need, and then it's an easy close on the deal at the end of the day. So I'm so happy I found this. I knew I found this somewhere, and it's in this book, because honestly, this is exactly what we're going to be doing. So get early results by working for free. So important, guys, to work for free initially to get business. or if you're looking to get a job, be willing to work for free. Sometimes the best opportunities will come from you doing free. You should not expect something out of everything, guys. Life is just, it's too short, and it's just better. It's better to give and not always take. So when you work for free, it shows someone that you're not all about the money, that you really care, and you really do have a passion for what you're doing. So I think that's the biggest thing. And yeah, it just shows you being really just a good character, a good human. It just shows how much you care to other people. So whether that's you working for free, for maybe an internship or a job to help somebody. And then guys, also when you're in that stage, you're giving yourself an opportunity to step your foot in the door. So if I just go out and charge for every single boat wash up front when I'm trying to start a business, I might get declined so much versus where I just offer free boat washing. Now I have my foot in the door. If I work really hard and clean a boat really good, even though it's for free, and if I did it better than everybody else, the chances that they're gonna come back to you when they want their boat washed are much higher. The fact that you did it for free because you had your foot in the door and you actually were able to wash the boat. So I think that's very important. And I know it might not psychologically or it might not logically make sense, but that is how that works, and it is super important to utilize that when necessary. Not all the time, but when necessary, utilize the thing and utilize the advantage of free. So obviously there's a lot of situations where you could do this, whether you're coming out with a new product, a new service, anything like that. Another concept that I kind of like is tell them what you want, give them what they need. So, for example, if they want to hear me say that because this happens a lot, clients, are just so, not stuck up, but they're kind of closed-minded, I guess, in a sense of trying new things, and you're going to have that in any industry. But, when people are like stricklers on using wax, just say, yes, we're waxing your boat. But then obviously, I don't use wax, so I just use the polymer instead. So it's kind of like tell them what they want to hear, give them what they need. So, they don't want to hear that I'm using a polymer sealant, but that's what they need to hear because the polymer sealant is going to last longer than wax. They're just not aware of that. So that's a great example of that. And I do like that concept a lot. I mean, there's so much stuff, master classes that you could do, depending on what industry you're in. If you're selling information, if I wanted to sell how to detail a boat, I could make a video, I could basically make, I'm trying to think of what they call it. Yeah, like a live video session, and I could record that video session, and I could put it up online, I could market it, and people could pay to take my course and learn how to detail their boat. So that would be the online selling, like selling information business. Obviously I could do that if I wanted to. That's a whole nother, I guess, business example or business idea. And people do full-time, work selling information. So if you're an expert in something, if you become super good at what you do in your business, you can, once you have all the skill sets and, you're at the top 1% of whatever industry you're in, now you're able to sell your information because people find that valuable. So, I'm sure, and if I had time, I could go through a step-by-step process of how to sand, how to buff, how to polish, how to wax your boat, how to maintain it. And it could be an amazing, it's all up to me, but it could be an amazing course that gives you so much value. And I could condense that into, an hour-long video. People could watch it, and then they could pay me for the course. And yeah, that's a whole, that's an online thing, but that's another great example of something that they talk about in this book. So, and that can be in any industry. Just make sure that you're an expert and you know what you're talking about. Never go out there and sell false information. It's not going to work out long term. He talks a little bit in here about, again, your backstory, which I mentioned in video 1. Having a good backstory, how you had to overcome this or overcome that in order to, and then you ended up sparking this idea for this invention. and this is how it helps you today. So, you know, plenty of examples like this, or, you know, for example, if this was real, I could be like, hey, I owned a boat. I could never figure out how to keep up on it, how to, you know, keep it looking new and free of oxidation. So, you know, I did this, I went to this class, I flew to another country, learned this over here. I came back and I found this product, and now it lasts years on my boat. So that's a great story. If it's real, you use that story. It draws a lot of people in, and that's how you create a connection with people. He also talks in here about breaking belief patterns. So everybody has beliefs, guys, and sometimes you have to break down these beliefs, and people, you know, not in a harsh way, in an inviting way, but you have to get rid of their beliefs if they're gonna buy your services. So some people, perhaps, for example, some client tried a ceramic coating. It was a spray-on cheap one. It only lasted a month on their boat, or, you know, it stained their boat or something. Well, this person might have a belief now that ceramic coatings don't work. So now when I'm trying to offer ceramic coating to someone, you know, because we use a professional grade 12 to 18 month ceramic coating, now I have to break the belief that this client has that ceramic coatings don't work. So everybody has beliefs. Sometimes you'll have to break some beliefs, and you're going to learn these things just talking to your clients. And then once you can get through their belief and they can accept you, and accept, you know, what you're telling them, then you're able to book jobs, you're able to sell products, wherever that may be, online, in person. So that is a very, very important part as well. You know, everybody grows up with beliefs, starting from their childhood, and yeah, sometimes people never let go of them. So you need to know this. You know, if there's too many beliefs you have to break, then the client's probably not going to be right for you. But yeah, if you have to get through one or two to close a sale, definitely something you need to be aware of, and something you need to have and understand if you want to, you know, book the extra. You know, if you, for example, if you only book 10% of your jobs, you know, this might increase you up to 15 or 20% just by breaking beliefs in people and getting them to get your services. So yeah, guys, I'm running pretty low on time, and I think my phone is about to die. So pretty much I think I'm gonna end the video here. Again, I love talking about marketing, and yeah, again, there's nothing you can do more than just simply, obviously I'm here talking about these books, but there's nothing more than you can do than to just simply read them yourselves, because you would take so much away from them. I've read a couple of these multiple times, so I know them inside out. So I love talking about the concepts. They're really good, and it's great to talk about them, but you actually have to put them into action. So I read books in order to actually put these things in action. I don't just read for the fun of it. So yeah, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it, and we're going to continue along with the series. Guys, if you liked the video, leave a like, drop a comment. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you have not. Hit that subscribe button, because you're going to want to follow this series all the way to the end, whenever that may be. So guys, with that said, I'm ending the video here. Peace out.